Caroline Wright here, your friendly neighborhood soup lady. I wanted to teach you this recipe for pasta fagioli. If you're Italian, it would come with a hand gesture, I think. Pasta fagioli. But anyway, I basically grew up in an Olive Garden, and this was my favorite recipe as a kid. This is not that version. This is much fresher and doesn't contain beef, which is not classic anyway, but just starts with an onion, a carrot, and this is an inner celery heart. This is like if you peeled away all of the, like maybe the first 4 or so ribs, you'd get this like nice leafy core. That's what we want. And that's what starts it off with, some smashed garlic cloves that I just smashed with the back of my knife. And then I have this bunch of lacinato kale, also called dinosaur kale or Tuscan kale, that I tear apart into large pieces. And then into that base goes some nutritional yeast, which I think replaces, like a rind of a Parmesan thrown in, but since we're vegan, we're not gonna do that. And a nice generous pinch of red pepper flakes and a fresh bay leaf. That's kind of like how we get our lovely broth flavor. And then in go some Great Northerns, or you could substitute cannellini beans. And I found these very, very cute rice pasta shells, but some sort of like small macaroni would also be lovely. I am gluten-free, so that's why these are gluten-free too. I can't wait to show you how it all comes together. So we're gonna start building our flavor with some olive oil, of course. Chopped onion, our celery heart, that lone carrot, our smashed garlic cloves. They're just removed from the peel and smashed. You can hold off on the pepper because of that addition of the red pepper flake that comes a little bit later. We don't want to make it spicy. In the cookbook, I call for an arbol chili, which is oftentimes what pepper flakes are made from. So you could just put a dried chili in there and take it out later, which is a fun way to do it. So what we're looking for here is for all these vegetables to become tender. A little bit round is okay. And then we go ahead and afterwards we'll add some more flavors. All right, here we go. It's a little golden brown, we like it. Lots of flavor. So now I'm gonna add that pinch of red pepper flakes, my bay leaf, and that not Parmesan, this is nutritional yeast. But if I wasn't a vegan right now and making vegan soup recipes for my friends, I would maybe add a Parmesan rind at this point. And then I go ahead and add the rest of my ingredients. We've got a large can of diced tomatoes, and this is that bunch of lacinato kale that I just peeled into large pieces. The stems of lacinato kale are just like nice and crunchy. I happen to like them that way. If you didn't, you could also like finely slice it. And again, I have my 1 cup of Great Northerns that I have soaked overnight, but you could use cannellini beans if you prefer. And at this point, I just add all my water, season it with some salt, and then bring it to a boil. And then I'll just simmer it until those beans are tender. And we'll add the pasta and seasoning at the end. Okay, so now the beans are tender, and I've raised the heat to bring it back up to a boil. I'm gonna add my pasta, just that 1 cup of those cute shells. I'm gonna stir it in, then I'm actually just gonna let it stand. Like, turn off the heat and set it aside for 15 to 20 minutes. And it'll become nice and tender. The reason why I do this, it's just, I like it, it stays nice and firm. Another way you could do it is just in like the last 5 minutes of cooking, you could add them then. But the tricky part is like, that's hard to say because you don't know how long it's gonna take for your beans to cook. This for me is a fool's-safe way to do it. So we'll be back when the pasta is tender. All right, oh look. I'm gonna add my cider vinegar to finish. You could use balsamic if you wanted to keep with the Italian theme. But I like cider vinegar in this case. And if you had a variety of diners at your table, you could put out some like grated parm, pepper flakes, a drizzle of olive oil is delicious to top this too. So delicious. So this recipe for pasta fagioli, however you say it, no judgment, is in my seconds cookbook. You can find it at booklarder.com and you'll get a signed copy. Follow me here on YouTube or on Instagram at Slurp Soup Club for some silly soup related content. And I hope to see you next week.